I love Northwest Arkansas through and through. Best place to live in America by far. But there are 4 core annoyances that drive me up the wall, and today we're talking about all single 4 of them. So, let's talk about that. Hey everybody, if you don't know who I am, my name is Phillip Shepard. I'm a local real estate agent located right here in Northwest Arkansas. If you weren't aware, I was a real estate broker located in the dumpster fire state, also known as Illinois, the worst, located in the Chicagoland area. And actually I decided I wanted to move outside of Chicago. Good choice, obviously. So I could have chose anywhere I wanted to move in America. And I went through all sorts of different locations, probably some of the same locations you're looking into right now. And I chose right here in Northwest Arkansas. It is by far the best place to live in America. By far. So if you ever want to call me, text me, email me, let me know and we can meet up for coffee. We can talk about all the different reasons why I chose Northwest Arkansas versus anywhere else in America. Also, if you haven't been down to Northwest Arkansas quite yet, I made something called the NWA Starter Pack. Sounds exactly what it is. Literally starter pack full of all the cool things in Northwest Arkansas. What's going on in downtown Bentonville? What are the schools like? What are the hospitals like? What are all the things you need to know about Northwest Arkansas? Boop, 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 boop. Shipped right to your home. Right to your home. Let me know the information below. Name, address, where is this package going to? Literally, it's a package I ship right to your home. Right to your home. Let me know all the information below. I'll make sure they get that package shipped to you right away. Also, side note, it does come with your first free mountain bike, so that's pretty cool. And I know what you're thinking. It is my favorite 4-letter F word. Free! So enter your information below. I'll make sure to get the package shipped to you right away. And the first weird annoyance when it comes to Northwest Arkansas, and this is more of a Arkansas in general, is the weird tax things. Now, just to be clarified, I'm going to talk about some taxing here in a second. I have a whole video linked right here about the taxing in Arkansas. It's definitely different where I came from, that's for sure. Different is I ended up coming from Illinois, from Chicagoland area. I definitely ended up in the black, meaning it's a more positive money experience, of course. Lower taxes, lower housing, lower everything. So obviously that. But here's the thing, specifically Arkansas taxes, is I call it a luxury tax. I have a whole video on it, so I'm going to kind of briefly touch on it, but definitely watch this video up here. Anyways, or link below, but anyways, they have something called a luxury tax. Now, really what it boils down to is a tax on the thing of assessed value things. So what I mean that is like if you have an expensive trailer, if you have an expensive vehicle, if you have expensive things, that they add a tax to it every single year. Now you're probably thinking like, that's just gonna get crazy fast. When I first moved here, I'm thinking like no one's gonna buy an expensive truck, but everyone here has an expensive truck. So what's the give? The give is, again, watch the video, but the give is essentially is that whenever they tax you on the luxury goods, and this is where the weird tax comes into play, it's a luxury tax, but the thing about it, it's not assessed based on any sort of Kelley Blue Book kind of thing. It's like some random lower assessment. Like in theory, if I took Kelley Blue Book's amount, I should be paying double the amount of what I pay for my vehicles. But I have like 4 vehicles. I have like my Evo, I have my little truck, I have my Kia Niro. I have 3 vehicles. And so all of that together cost me $400 a year. That's 3 vehicles. So based on that money alone, when it comes to assessed value, it should be a lot more than that. So they're doing some weird wizardry, magic behind the scenes. There's calculations. There's a whole calculator above there in the video. But basically, long story short, there's a weird tax structure here that, I don't know, it's only a couple of states in America that do it. I think Arkansas, maybe like 3 others. But for some reason, they still like to do it. I don't know why. Long story short, I get my tags from it. It's really cheap. It's just kind of weird. It annoys me because I'm like, I don't know what's going to be this year, even though it's always cheaper. So anyways, weird annoyance. You get over it. You walk into the DMV. They go back there, do their wizardry stuff, come out with a cheap bill. I'm like, I like it. So anyways, it's just weird. I like to know more about it. There's a whole calculator on it, but it is what it is. It's still in the black compared to Illinois, and we're doing good. And the second weird annoyance when it comes to Northwest Arkansas, I have mentioned this before and it has not changed. So if this is you, listen up, okay? Drives me bonkers. I don't know if this is everything but Arkansas, but I have talked to many people about this, and it is not me. It's a you thing. When you get to Arkansas, the normal way to drive is when you get to a green light and you're gonna turn left. Get into the thing. Don't wait at the line. That is a prime opportunity, again, to turn when it goes yellow. Turn when it goes yellow. Okay? Like, don't go to the line. People do this all the time. They go to the line and it's green and you're about to turn left. and they sit there. And then the time passes, it goes red, and you're sitting there again. I'm like, oh my gosh, you could have gone. Why didn't you go? Now, some rebuttals against this have been that a lot of time, which is true, a lot of times people do drive through like at the edge of red lights. So as you're turning, you're going to be going through a red light. I've done this so many times, never been pulled over, never seen anyone get pulled over, totally fine. So keep that in mind. Big annoyance here is that people will not turn. They will not get into the center of the crossway, the actual turning intersection. They'll just sit at the line waiting for the next turn signal. You're mad. You're absolutely crazy. So anyways, that's one of the annoyances with Northwest Arkansas. I don't think I have enough power to change it, but if I could, I certainly would. Whoa, before we jump on to the next point, I have something brand new called Instant Home Updates. So maybe you're looking to move to the area, you're using things like Realtor.com, Zillow.com, or Redfin. Way too slow. Notifications, way too slow. That's why I made something called Instant Home Updates. Sounds exactly what it is, Instant Home Updates. So enter your information below, name, square footage, bedrooms, bathrooms. Where do you want to move to Northwest Arkansas? Let me know with all the information below. I'll make sure you don't miss a single notification when it comes for homes for sale or for rent, all in Northwest Arkansas. Also, every single Friday, I send an email out just kind of talking about all the cool things Northwest Arkansas. What's going on in downtown Bentonville? What's going on in Fayetteville? What's going on over at Pinnacle Hills? What's going on in downtown Rogers? What new bands are playing in the Walmart Amphitheater? What's going on in First Fridays? When is First Thursdays? So much going on all the time. All the time. Enter your email below, enter your name below. I get that email out every single Friday, just kind of talking about all the cool things happening here. But sadly, side note, sadly, you will get a little fear of missing out, a little FOMO, so to speak. But I promise you will be the most informed person eventually when you make it out to Northwest Arkansas. And the third annoyance when it comes to Northwest Arkansas, and this, for what I do, drives me absolutely bonkers, crazy. The cell phone service here, who made it? A 10-year-old? I don't get it. I don't understand it. So it might just be me because I drive, as I'm sure you're fully aware, literally everywhere. I can tell you where the cell phone service for Verizon drops at every single location. I'll tell people when I'm in certain parts of Bella Vista, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna call you back. It's gonna drop. In Pea Ridge, I know it's exactly where it's gonna drop. In Centerton, I know it's gonna drop. I know all the places. I should make a map actually that says like where we're gonna. Anyways, I started with T-Mobile service here. It was okay, and it dropped a lot of calls on just certain parts. Like I'm gonna upgrade. I went to Verizon. Better, but not the best. I still drop a lot of calls. And then on top of that, AT&T, I've heard the best. I'm not willing to make the jump because I'm just so tired of it. I'll just deal with it. Okay, so AT&T is the best. That's been kind of clarified, but it's still not good. Now, what I mean by cell phone service is like there will be times where, and it could be specific to me in certain locations. Maybe everyone has the greatest experience except for me. Maybe it's a me problem. I don't know. Anyways, there'll be parts of Centerton and Bentonville. I don't know what happened over there, but they did not design that place well when it comes to cell phone service. Even today, I was over in Centerton, Bentonville area, and I was down one road, drop, done. Like it has one bar and then it goes away. Like no data, nothing, can't do anything. No, don't tech. So anyways, happens more often than you think. Now, here's my thinking behind why this is the case. There are a lot of airports around here, both X&A, and we have like a lot of mini privately owned airports around Northwest Arkansas specifically. My guess is that when you have airports, you can't just like throw up cell phone towers everywhere. That's my guess. I could be wrong. But this area grew very fast in the last 5 years that it probably puts a strain on the actual like data wavelengths, I assume. So I assume that, and you can't just like toss up new towers based because of aviation rules. That's just a guess. Maybe I'm making excuses for them. I don't know. But if you know somebody in the T-Mobile, Verizon, AT&T space, let them know we're looking for cell phone towers and we'll pay big money. I won't, but I know people that will. And the last annoyance when it comes to Northwest Arkansas, and this is something I didn't notice until about like a month ago. So maybe it is annoyance until someone told me about it, but there's no reflectors on any of the major highways. Like, so it gets interesting. I can understand why. So it doesn't rain here a lot in comparison to Illinois, but there's no reflectors on the road. So when you're driving and it's raining and it's reflecting, you're like, I don't know where I'm driving. You just kind of YOLO it, honestly, until you just kind of watch your sidecars and you're like, oh. So no reflectors on 49. I mean, I've never heard of anyone like hitting someone because of no reflectors. Obviously, they're not gonna pull over and be like, I would if this all could have been avoided if there's reflectors. Okay, so but it doesn't rain here like all the time, so I can kind of get it. But at the same time, I'm guessing they're cheap to install. Maybe this could be like a Seinfeld episode when Kramer goes in and like repaints the road striping. So maybe I'll just do that. Maybe I'll volunteer and take over a road and then put reflectors on myself. Enough complaining, Philip. I'm just gonna do it myself. No. So anyways, there's no reflectors here. So when you're driving and it's raining, it's gonna be everyone slows down. Everyone's very responsible. So it's not like willy-nilly like Texas, like Who cares? Big trucks, big roads, who cares? Anyways, but when you're here, notice that there's no reflectors on the road when it's raining, which isn't super often. So you might just kind of luck out in that regard. So just be aware of that, especially at night. Obviously, that's kind of what the overarching theme is here, reflectors at night. But anyways, that's one annoyance when it comes to Northwest Arkansas. And so just kind of slow down when it's nighttime and driving and raining. 3 factors all in one. Maybe it'll never happen to you. It might have happened to me a couple times, but I never noticed it until someone told me. Now it bugs me. All right, that's all I have for you guys today. Again, if you are thinking about coming down to Northwest Arkansas, download my 3-day itineraries link below. Maybe you're an adventurer, maybe you're a sports person, maybe you're a foodie, maybe you're a sightseer, maybe you have kids, whatever it is. There's a 3-day itinerary link down below for you. So go ahead and download that and use it when you get down here. Also, when you do come down here, I can give you the $10 tour so you can kind of show you around the whole area. Plus, we can check out some homes for sale or for rent and see how far your dollar will go in Northwest Arkansas compared to where you're coming from. All right, guys, let's see you next one.